When a client tells you they're hungry because they're on a diet, I cringe. That's like a swimmer telling me that they're wet. Like, no shit. You're a swimmer. You're going to get in the water. You're on a diet. You're going to be hungry. It's okay. If you're hungry 4 meals one day and you're hungry for, hey, man, I think I maybe could hit a 5th meal this day, go a 5th meal that day. I'm not a fan of just doing it every single day, day in, day out. I don't think that's the best use of it. I think it has awesome uses if you drop it in for specifics like that. Intermittent fasting, I use it as a street sweeper. So if any of you live in a city, on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or whatever your day of the week is, that the street sweeper comes down the street and just cleans up all the debris that's built up over the course of the week and takes it away. That's how I use intermittent fasting. It's not ideal if you're going to throw another stressor on it, like here, get in there and do, it's squat week or whatever. Get in there and do your squats while you're intermittent fasting. That's a really good question. And one of the things when I do these seminars at World's Strongest Man or Rogue or any of those types of places to the athletes who are competing is that I'm big on preaching don't confuse and mix up your hydration with your carb loading. So don't mix your fuel with your hydration. Let hydration be its own event. So if you're going to eat every 2 or 3 hours, I think it's great to about the 2-hour mark, go ahead and let that be your hydration time. That works twofold because it works as an amazing appetite suppressant because in between meals, you're having your hydration. Anytime you have hydration, and especially if there's electrolytes mixed in too, your body is going to perceive that as it's satiated. So it's full, and it really drastically reduces cravings and hunger down. When it comes to number of meals per day, that really depends. Depends on what your goals are. If it's weight gain, weight loss, it's not automatic. Just because somebody's like, oh, if you want to lose weight, eat less, or if you want to gain weight, eat more. Like Martins Lacy's is a client of mine, and Martins is about 320, 330. He won World's Strongest Man in 2019. I can eat Martins under the table. Martins has a very low appetite. He just genetically, he's Latvian, he just genetically processes foods at a very slow, I always kid him and say a sloth-like manner. But because of that, he's incredibly efficient at how he receives nutrition. Because he's so slow and doesn't have to have 4,000 or 5,000 calories. I mean, most of the time he's 3,500 to 3,000 at most, and he's 320 pounds, and he's incredibly strong and very, very, very active. But because of that, and he's so efficient, he basically just has this steady, non-stop stream, like a sloth crossing the street, of nutrients just constantly available for tissue repair and recovery. So he might eat 4 meals a day, even though he's a big guy. And I have smaller guys or girls even who might eat 6 or 7 meals a day because of how they process things. So a lot of that is instinctive, and especially if you're working with your client, listening to when their feedback. Number one, when a client tells you they're hungry because they're on a diet, I cringe. That's like a swimmer telling me that they're wet. Like, no shit. You're a swimmer. You're going to get in the water. You're on a diet. You're going to be hungry. It's okay. People somehow have learned to fear hunger. When you're hungry, you should celebrate. If you feel yourself being hungry between a meal, do a happy dance, put on your favorite song, do something. Because that's the time that your body is signaling to you, guess what? I'm about to go ravage stored body fat because I'm in need of something. I'm going to find something. If you immediately just shut that down and take that and give it some more food, you just turned off that time when it wanted to go naturally and instinctively through its own timing, find that stored body fat and use it to process for food, for fuel. So be instinctive with yourself. I like to tell my guys, if you're hungry 4 meals one day and you're hungry for, hey man, I think I maybe could hit a 5th meal this day, go a 5th meal that day. The next day you might be, 3 meals seems like enough. Get your allotted amount of macros in. If I tell you, Martins, I need 320 on protein or whatever that is, I don't care if your 320 comes from 3, 4, 5 meals. And I'm elated if you're instinctive and you tell me, hey, I had 5 meals Tuesday, 3 meals Thursday, 4 meals Friday. I love that. That's instinctive, and that's really giving your body a match for the nutrients, for the timing that it's giving you the cues. Dieting is just like weight training. Your body will give you cues on what works, what doesn't work, what it wants, what it needs. You know if an astagrass squat on your particular mechanics feels great and natural, or if it feels like your tailbone's about to shoot out onto the floor, depending on your levers and the length and stuff like that. So be instinctive and listen to those cues that the diet has. But it could be that amount of meals, but definitely put your hydration in between those meals as opposed to with it. And that's really all you have to do. Back to Martins again. And even Shaw. So even with Brian recently, in order to his recovery from something that he's got, it's intermittent fasting. I use it as a street sweeper. So if any of you live in a city, on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or whatever your day of the week is, that the street sweeper comes down the street and just cleans up all the debris that's built up over the course of the week and takes it away. That's how I use intermittent fasting. So I'll use it on my clients in order to clean the debris that is accumulated through the week and kind of the dulling response, either from the accumulation of stress or how they're processing food, or maybe some life change came handed up and they ran through Jack in the Box 3 times on Wednesday. It was just a disaster. But I like to use it once a week in that manner as kind of like a street sweeper to kind of clean things, clean the body out, reset the body, freshen it, and then off you go. But I am also big on it being timed as being something that's very important. Meaning, if you weight train, I don't think that's a good idea to be doing your fasting period and training during that same time. You're putting a lot of stress on the body. Cortisol levels do rise during intermittent fasting, which is okay if it's doing a job that is the priority, such as cleaning the debris from the week. It's not ideal if you're going to throw another stressor on it, like here, get in there and do, it's squat week or whatever. Get in there and do your squats while you're intermittent fasting. So like what I'll do with the guys is they'll have their big, especially lower body training days. Then they'll have a big meal that night to facilitate recovery all through the evening while they sleep. The next day when they get up, they'll have breakfast, same thing, kind of keep that recovery motif going. And then they'll do their intermittent fasting. So Martins then won't eat again until the evening of the following day. And then that kind of reloads him to launch back into his regular training. So if you use it in a timed fashion or with a purpose, I'm not a fan of just doing it every single day, day in, day out. Just my opinion, I don't think that's the best use of it. I think it has awesome uses if you drop it in for specifics like that.
So if you enjoy content like this, please hit the like button, subscribe, and the notifications so when new videos come out that you can be part of our community. And do leave comments. We love to hear what you have to say, and we respond to comments that you have. Until next time, to your health, to your wellness, and to your libido.